Hi, this is Dave Mass for HolmesCountyTicket.com. Welcome to Ticket TV, driven by Village Motors. We are joined here in studio today by Mark Fowler, the Highland track coach. Mark, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Well, Mark, you guys have a little bit of excitement this year in terms of not necessarily personnel, but something else even bigger. Talk a little bit about the excitement that the new track has generated, first of all, for the program.
It's been great. It's an exciting thing. We have asphalt down. We're getting a second layer asphalt, and then the rubberized surface will be in probably mid-May. Okay. Hopefully, if Mother Nature will help out a little bit. So.
Now, are they going to line that track then?
They're not going to line the asphalt because by the time they get it lined, then we'll have another layer of asphalt going down, and then the rubberized. So just cost efficiency. Yeah. We'll go out with our spray cans and put some lines on it just to make it efficient.
Will there be any home meets out there this year?
Not this year. Okay. We have some scheduled for next year already. Probably most of our triangular meets will be home because it's our turn. Yeah. More than our turn.
Yeah, really. I've been waiting for your turn for a long time.
Exactly. But we've got a couple already scheduled for next year, so we'll be on there next year.
And that's exciting, and I'm sure that's built some excitement for the kids. What has that meant in terms of numbers, just of kids coming out for track and the positive buzz that's kind of put on the track program?
We have 25 boys this year on the varsity program, so
that's nice.
And depth as well, so it's exciting. The girls are increasing, not quite as many numbers. We're still less than 10, but it's growing. It's giving kids an interest. It gives us an opportunity to do Park District with the elementary kids and let kids know that, that there is Highland track, that there is such a thing as track at Highland, and so the junior high is a growing program as well, and that's what is the big benefit is we can offer that. I mean, previously, anybody in East Holmes had to drive clear to West Holmes High School for Park District track, which was kind of a discouragement for them. So now we can kind of split that up and start to grow the program from the grassroots, which is the best way to do it.
And that has been your goal for a number of years now, to build this program up, and it really couldn't take place until this track was in place, could it?
Well, I mean, if you're a student at Highland and you look at Highland's facilities, you look at the Perry Reese, you look at the tennis court, you look at the baseball field, the softball field, and you're trying to decide, okay, what do I want to participate in?
Right.
You can't have a home meet. You're looking at, grass growing on the track. It makes sense why you wouldn't pick track.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
You better love to run if you're going to do it. So
well,
and we laugh that running is everybody else's sports punishment. So.
That's true. Yeah, I didn't think about it that way. So you guys have a punishing sport, I guess you could say.
Exactly.
But you do have some kids who really do enjoy running, and it kind of starts at the top with Mikey Sanchez. Mikey he just about broke the school record in the 300 hurdles last year.
Yep.
And he has been very close to qualifying for what? Regionals?
He qualified
for regionals, was fairly close to qualifying for state.
Yeah, he was within a second of qualifying for state. So, and he's one of the top contenders this year for state. I mean, you have graduation that took a big portion. He was fourth in our region, but our region was the strongest region. There was only one kid that qualified into regional. He was fourth in our district, I'm sorry. There's only one kid that qualified for regionals that was not a part of our district. So when he got to the regionals, he was the fifth best time. A lot of those have now retired or graduated. So. He's looking to have a very strong performance this year. And
what is it about him that has made him, this impressive, and for not even having a track to run on prior to this?
Somebody asked me last year, where does he practice? I said he doesn't. He comes to the meet and
still he does well. That's impressive. I mean, that's good.
He is just fundamentally sound. I mean, his running form is something you can make videos off of. I mean, he's just so fundamentally sound, and so that's what he focuses on is the fundamentals. I mean, it's in his head when he starts, so he's not having to correct anything. He's already got it down. So this year he's grown a little bit. He's gotten a little stronger. So to three-step the high hurdles, He did indoor track, was very competitive there in the 110 highs and in indoor 60 highs.
Yeah.
And also in the 200, very competitive in the 200 as well. So he said he's stronger than he's ever been right now, and so we're looking real forward to what he's going to do.
Okay, so other than that, you've got some other promising kids here who have kind of been at it for a while. Talk a little bit about what you've got returning from last year.
It's exciting. On the guys' side, it's just wonderfully exciting. We should compete for first, second, and third in the IVC in just about every event. Distance would probably be where we're the least strong, and that's not saying anything against our distance program. Just there's some strong. This area is just stacked with distance.
Right.
I mean, West Holmes has a tremendous program there, and of course, Garroway is. It's nice to be able to compare to the best. So that's a nice thing there. But everything else, I mean, we have Enos Miller in our short sprints. He's right up there. It would be a mistake for him to not be to regionals this year. Javen Yoder is our shot putter. He's improved his distance from last year in the winter by already 2 feet. My son Brock is doing the disc, and they threw one day before they tore up the track, and he threw 10 feet better than his best disc throw from last year. So Morgan Gingrich in the high jump will compete for either first or second in the IVC. Relays, we're strong in relays. It's fun to have. We've got 6 kids competing for 4 spots in most of our relays.
And that's what you want as a coach, too. That competition drives kids to get better.
It's caused a new, I've had to kind of switch styles of coaching to look through things. And
well, you've never had to do that before.
It's been wonderful. But yeah, I wake up at 3 a.m. saying who's going to run this relay and who's going to. So that is just it's a great thing to be at right now. So yeah, I'm looking forward to a great season. We used to get invited, and people loved to invite us because they could beat up on us, and now, we're not being treated quite as friendly as we used to be.
And that's a great thing for you. I'm sure you don't mind that a bit.
Yep.
But it is fun to finally be able to go and compete as a team. I mean, in the past, it's always been individuals who've tried to strive to first, second, whatever. Now you get to go as a team, and that's a different mindset altogether for the program.
Yeah, we have a pole vault pit. That's brand new. I'm watching videos to try to learn how to pole vault because we never had to worry about it. And but as a result, we were spotting teams 10 points before the meet ever began. Yeah. So now we can be competitive as a team. And, of course, everybody wants to do pole vault because nobody's ever done it. But once they get to practice it once, that'll be the end of that. Yeah.
Just as far as the girls go, are there any girls coming out this year that really could make their mark?
I have 4 strong freshmen. They'll scratch the surface, but they're freshmen.
Yeah.
So
who would they be?
Sarah Kaufman will do the hurdles, and Nikita Engstrom also will be doing hurdles and relays. Both of them will be strong in relays as well. They'll have to learn the 300 hurdles. Yeah. Junior high it was 200, and so stretching them a little bit there. But Sarah Kaufman ran indoor and did well. She ended up injured late in the season, but she was making some dents there early. Made it into the finals as a freshman in some indoor meets. So those 2. Hannah Costa, Savannah Costa, is shot put and disc. She's a strong girl. She's gonna be impressive. Yeah. And Sarah Minuet is my sprinter. Kind of more 400, 200, 400 maybe, not necessarily 100. She can hold her own, but she's going to be a strong 400 runner. She will probably be the one to make the mark, just because there's so few kids that want to run the 400, and so to put her in there, she'll do well. Then I have 2 sophomores and a senior. Senior's going to be strong. This is her first year to do track. Comes from a good heritage of track. Her dad was the previous cross-country coach 15 years ago, I think.
Oh, wow.
Dana Rao is who, the girl. And she's going to do long jump, high jump, and probably some relays from there. So she did indoor track and did well. and it's going to be fun to have her. I only get her for 1 year, so
yeah. You take what you can get at this point.
Yeah, once she gets settled in, then we have to say goodbye. And then Madison Anderson is my sophomore, and I think Jalen Miller, which is just this is her first year at Highland, so she's hanging in the balance there. I think we'll end up with her. So that's the girls' team. They're strong. There's nothing weak in there.
Good.
And so it's going to be fun for them as well. We'll be at the place that we used to be with the boys.
Right, yeah.
We'll just be competing as individuals.
Mm-hmm.
But we can take any 4 of those 6 and mix them in relays. So we'll make some big dents in the
Good.
relays. Yeah, it's going to be
All
a fun
right.
time.
Well, obviously new excitement all around for Mark and the track team in Highland this year. The new track, if you haven't seen it yet, get out there and get a chance to see these kids running. Good luck this year.
Thank you.
Best of luck to you. I'm sure we'll touch bases with you throughout the course of the year.
Look forward to it.
All right.
Thank you.
Until we meet again, I'm Dave Mass for HolmesCountyTicket.com. Thanks for joining us.